Let's face it, in a world where most traders fail, there are many reasons why you personally could still be losing money. What I want to do, I want to go through a handful of reasons today why most traders lose money and figure out if we can't help you find some consistency and profits within the markets. Let's go ahead and let this disclaimer roll through, and I'll see you guys on the other side. Welcome back to my channel, trader. My name is Coach Carver, and I post daily content to be able to help day traders find consistency and profits within the markets, be able to help them establish their trading identity. So with that being said, let's go ahead and jump in today's video and talk about the numerous reasons why you could still be losing money trading. One of the biggest things that I see first and foremost is going to be a lack of knowledge. I see people time and time again that are spending more time looking for trading opportunities than they are refining their skill set, expanding their trading knowledge, and being able to develop that edge that they need to be able to jump into the markets with the clarity, right? So the big thing that I would say first and foremost, a reason why you could be failing is you may be personally looking for more trading opportunities than you are for more areas where you can grow as an individual, as a trader, right? This is going to be very crucial to your skill set and your success within trading, is being able to continue to, be a student of the game, be able to continue to look for more opportunities to learn. Quit trying to find all these different crazy setups and trading different things. Focus on really just, the aspect of learning, right? I think that's going to be a really big thing. Another reason why you could personally still be failing to make money within the markets or find that consistency is you're simply strategy hopping, right? You go ahead, you find a new video, it talks about this different indicator, that indicator, and you see this new flashy strategy that has this outrageous win ratio, and you say, you know what? My strategy I'm using now is the issue. It's not me as a trader, it's my strategy, it's my indicators. So I need to go try what this guy's trying or what this girl's trying. And what you do is you consistently bounce around from strategy to strategy, and you consistently blame the markets, you blame your strategy itself, instead of looking at, yourself within and figuring out what are some of the key reasons why you were, failing to find consistency. And the biggest thing I would say is not to jump around and try this flavor and that flavor and this strategy and that strategy and this indicator and that one. The biggest thing I can say is focus. Follow one course until success. Spend more time refining and back testing a single strategy, and you will find profitability within the markets. I know retail traders that make a ridiculous amount of money, and it's because they stick to just that. They master their emotions, they master, their confidence behind that one single strategy. They're not adding a bunch of different flavors into the mix. I know people that crush it with smart money and institutional trading concepts, right? And that's the same thing, as they're focusing on that one thing. Where you find people that are actually profitable within the markets, they're not jumping around from strategy to strategy. They're looking to be able to refine that single strategy that they're using and be able to deliver that rules-based trading system that they need to become profitable. The next big one would be overtrading, and that is simply opening more positions than you can really handle. And what I mean by that is not only by what your account can handle, but what you personally can handle in documenting and tracking your trades to be able to go through and review them later. I see people time and time again, they'll join a signal service, or they just look at the market and they just jump in trade after trade just to be in the markets, right? They look at this as a numbers game. If you hit buy and sell enough times, it should average out and you make money, right? And that's not necessarily it. I see people focusing on, jumping into any and every trade that they can. You need to be able to develop a sniper mindset. Focus on really just quality over quantity, rather than being a machine gunner, shooting a whole bunch of rounds out there hoping that one of them sticks, right? This is going to be a big thing for you in your trading progress, to be able to just really, again, just bring everything in smaller, more refined, more focused, focusing on one strategy, focusing on expanding your knowledge, focusing on not taking so many crazy trades, and find those quality trades, things that you actually understand, right? My secret for success isn't just jumping into all these different trades. It's getting out of the market and staying out of the market when I don't see my trading setup, right? Because I simply trade what I understand. And this is something that I failed at for a long time. The next big one is over leveraging. And this is where you are risking more than you can actually afford to lose. If your goal is to become a funded trader, meaning that somebody will literally hand you money to trade, once you've been able to develop the discipline to follow a trading plan, you've been able to go ahead and establish that you understand both risk to reward and risk management, there are people that will give you money to trade, but you have to prove yourself. And if you want to eventually get to that point, or even just to the point of becoming a profitable trader with your own live money, you absolutely have to understand leverage. You need to be able to understand risk management and risk reward. Make sure that you're not, trading more than you can afford to lose. One thing that I see beginners do, and this may, be a position that you're in right now, is they come in and they say, hey, for this account size, just use this lot size for every single one. And what happens is you may be using a 10-cent lot size on a 5-10 pip stop loss, and that may be good in that moment. But when you start taking 25 pip stop losses, 50 pip stop losses, and you're using that same lot size, you're leveraging a lot more, you're exposing a lot more, and you're opening yourself up to so much more risk to where you could potentially lose your account and get margin called, or even just lose a substantial amount of money. If you want to get to that point where you can become a funded trader, you need to master the discipline of not over leveraging. And that goes right into my next piece. Another reason why you could be still failing to find the profits and the consistency within the markets is by not using a stop loss, right? This is a very unhealthy habit. By trading without a stop loss, you're sitting there, you're thinking, you know what, I've got this, I'll keep an eye on it, I want to give it some room to breathe, and then eventually I'll move it into break even or into profit. But the thing is what if it doesn't go into break even? What if it doesn't go into profit? What if, some high impact news comes in and it goes the exact opposite direction, and then you end up again getting stopped out, you get margin called, you lose your account, or you just get so far deep down and depressed where you're like, all right, well, this thing's either gonna blow my account or it's gonna recover. I can say this confidently because I've been there. I've been there multiple times. It is very unhealthy. And even worse than that is when you're trading with the stop loss, but when you keep moving it and you keep moving it and you keep, trying to justify it within your head, I need to give it a little bit more room to breathe. I need to give it a little bit more room to breathe because last time it came 1 to 2 pips away from my stop loss. So if I just give it a little bit more room, I'm good. Well, then price starts moving a little bit closer to your stop loss. You're like, all right, I need to move it. I need to move it. And you keep doing this sick and twisted game, and you keep trying to justify it to yourself on why you should go ahead and move that stop loss. And what's gonna happen is, again, you're gonna eventually wake up one day and be like, this sucks. I'm tired of losing money. You may even just throw in the towel like most traders and say this is a scam. There's no way to make money within these markets. But the biggest thing that I can say is when you go ahead and you enter a trade and you initially analyze your risk management for that trade, do not change it. Do not change it. This is one of the hardest things that I had to overcome in my trading journey. And I'm telling you right now, because this is a big piece. Most traders struggle with this, with stop losses and managing them and just consistently changing them. You have to learn how to take a small loss now, or I promise you, you will take a large loss later. Next piece, when we're really talking about bringing this thing in and just really, again, refining, focusing, making everything just a little bit smaller and just more goal oriented and stuff, is going to be one thing is just not looking at all these different assets, right? You don't need to be looking at all these different pairs, all these different indices, commodities, metals, different forex crosses, stocks, whatever. Find a 1, maybe 2 assets that you want to trade and master that. Right? Focus on this pair, focus on this asset, see how your trading edge, your trading strategy, goes ahead and it lines up with this asset, and then how it lines up with that asset during the time that you would actually be trading it. Don't add another asset into the mix until you've took your strategy and back tested it with that pair, because a lot of these different assets do move differently. So, a lot of different price action is different between a lot of these different pairs. So you need to be able to understand first and foremost how that pair moves, and then how that pair moves with your strategy. Does your strategy line up with that asset? If it does, and you've back tested and you've studied and you've developed the discipline, you can follow your rules-based trading plan, then you can go ahead and add that thing to your list. But you want to be able to see the consistency and the profits from that asset before you move on and add another one to your watch list. And while we're on the topic of trading plan, that's obviously going to be a big one, and this is the thing that took my trading to the next level. Once you've gone through and you've actually understand the market, and you got to the point where you've developed your edge or your strategy or your system of going through and analyzing and looking for trades, the trading plan is going to be crucial, and you need to have a rules-based trading plan. plan, something where you have to meet a set number of rules before you ever enter a trade. And this is going to be crucial, making sure you understand the confirmations, making sure that you absolutely understand your risk management. That's putting in your stop loss, that's putting in your potential take profit areas, and then having that plan and being able to come through and even do an emotional checklist and making sure that your psyche is currently proper to be able to jump into this trading plan. When I was able to take my trading to the next level is when I started actually treating it like a business. I stopped making all these excuses. I stopped trying to justify all the things that I was doing wrong. And I got to the point where I was able to develop my strategy and make a trading plan around that. And this is something that I look at before I ever jump into a trade. It helps keep me consistent. And also what it allows me to do is allows me to track my trades, allows me to go back and review my trades. Okay, this trade didn't go in my favor. Let's look at my trading plan. Okay, these are the reasons why I jumped into the trade. This is why I felt confident about the trade. This is what happened wrong. Then I'm able to go through and take something that I pulled out of the Army's playbook and do what's known as an after action review. And that's simply just asking myself what was supposed to happen, what actually happened, what did I do well, and what could I have done better. Implement some stuff like this into your trading journey and just see what really happens, right? This is going to be a crucial piece. And the last thing that I think I can leave you with is just, stop spending all this time trying to justify your trading mistakes, blaming it on the market, blaming it on your strategy, blaming it on all these different things. Focus on, being able to own up and accept your wrongdoings and being able to grow from it, right? Nobody is my competition other than who I was the day before. So as a trader, my goal is to be able to say, I followed my trading plan. I was able to become better. I was able to do better today. And that's the type of thing that's going to help take you to the next level. So hopefully this video was able to help you out. Hopefully we were able to identify some trading mistakes for you today. And now hopefully you're going to be able to actually take some action on it and say, you know what, Coach Carver, you're right. I have been doing these things. It's toxic towards my trading plan and I'm going to change it. I'll see you guys in this next video.